Hey y'all, it's Victoria and welcome back to Super Geeked, the channel where I celebrate all the things I get super geeked about. You'll see a little reselling, you'll see a little vintage, you'll see mid-century modern, you'll see vintage Christmas, you'll see unboxings, you'll see all kinds of fun things on this channel. So today I have a haul, y'all. It's actually a mixed haul. It is from several trips to either estate sales or thrift stores, items I purchased to resell and items I purchased for myself. You'll see clothing, you'll see hard goods, items I bought to enter into my collections, and items I picked up for other people's collections to resell. And you'll see a couple of modern pieces thrown in there, but for the majority, this haul is going to be vintage. So if you're interested in checking out what I picked up for myself and to resell, stick around and you can see what I got. Okay, so I've been trying to get more into vintage hard goods. I used to sell vintage hard goods many moons ago, and I am headed back in that direction. It's what I want to really focus on in my business model, really expand my business for 2022. So I've been on the hunt at estate sales. I haven't been to estate sales in a very long time because I had two small children and mommy's on mommy duty on the weekends. So I've just gotten to a point where they're at an age where I have a little more flexibility and I can hit estate sales again. So I have been going to a lot of estate sales. I do have a thrift store haul that I'm going to show you first. A lot of these items I picked up to resell, and you'll see a mix of vintage clothing, vintage collectibles, and then a couple of modern pieces thrown in just to see what kind of things I'm picking up at the thrift store these days. So this day I went to the America's thrift store that recently opened in town, and I happened upon a bunch of fun vintage sweaters. The average cost of goods for the items in this haul are going to be $60 are going to be $6. So each of these items, my cost of goods is going to be $6 when I put them up to resell. So let's start with the vintage sweaters because I got quite a few and they're so neat. You guys, when you see them, you're going to be like, those are totally Victoria. So here is the first one. It is a cream colored with this abstract floral pattern, and it's sort of ghosted on the bottom. So it's pink and then cream on the bottom, and then it mimics the same pattern on the sleeves. This vintage brand is called Cuddle Knit, and super cute. Really liked this, and it is definitely a sweater season. Next vintage sweater, totally 80s, with these shoulder pads, is this. All of them have sort of like a very feminine cottagecore sort of theme. These have applique satin flowers on them with little petals and leaves, and this one is pink and cream and like a sage green color. The back is just plain, and it is a mock neck style, and here is the brand. It's Colleen's Collection. So really cute. These shoulder pads obviously can be removed. Y'all, I'm telling you, these are totally up my alley. So this vintage brand is called Needles and Yarn. There's the tag. And again, with the 80s, with the shoulders, and this is very similar to the other one, except for the colors are different. There's this periwinkle color, pink, and then the applique flowers in a satin with little pearl beads. Very feminine and cute and very cottagecore. So I love the textured knit. The sleeves are periwinkle on the back with a cream panel. So super cute. I debated on this one, but I just could see myself wearing this in 1990. It is an all mauve sweater, and it is by the brand Carolina Colors. Look at this, you guys. It's new with tags, and the weird thing is it says Cato. So I guess Carolina Colors maybe was one of their lines at Cato, but really cute. I totally feel like I had this sweater in 1990, but it has this pretty crochet knit here and the satin ribbon detail all over it with beading. So I figured new with tags for $6. Yeah. And last vintage sweater I got on this thrift trip is by the brand Fabriano. It's another cute little sweater, but different colors. It's got purple, pink, black, and this olive green. And if you've seen my channel before, I love pastels, but for some reason I'm very attracted to buying olive green. I don't know what it is. So this is got shoulder pads, obviously can be removed, and then the back of it has this purple panel. So my vintage sweaters, I usually list them around $45 to $55, that range. Sometimes they go a little bit lower, and I might sell one for like $35, but just on average, they usually go for about $40, $45. So that's all for the vintage sweaters, but I did pick up this sweater. This is a modern sweater, and it has this cool lace-up back detail. And I don't really pick up this brand anymore, but I liked the sweater style, and I think it'll sell, and it is Lucky brand. And if it wasn't for the style of the sweater, I probably would have passed that up. But I think I can at least get 40 for that too. And if you're new here, my average sale price is $53. So I'm usually looking for items that are gonna sell for $40 or $50 and above. So that's why I choose the pieces I choose, because I do believe that they're gonna get me closer to that average sale price that I already have. So, or higher. So this is a brand I'm sure you're familiar with if you're a reseller. This is Ariat. Y'all, but this is such a cute like Western shirt. I love the pattern. I love the cut of it. I love the details of the pocket, and then it even has this detail in the back. My experience with Ariat is it sells super fast, whether you're selling the clothing, the shoes, whatever it is. They have a great following. So if you find Ariat, I definitely recommend picking them up. All right, let's finish strong with some more vintage clothing. So next up is this top. Y'all, it is so cute. I love the floral pattern. I love that it changes up here at the top of the sleeve, and then you have the same pattern down here at the bottom. It's gathered on the shoulders, so it gives this really pretty interest along the shoulder, and then polka dots. Y'all know your girl loves a polka dot. So this brand is called Perception, and I just thought it was so cute, and it is plus size. I haven't tried it on yet, but it looks like it might fit, and if it does, y'all. Unfortunately, the vintage size tag is shredded right there, but it looks like it might fit me, so I may keep it. But if not, it's gonna go up for sale. Not like I need any more clothes, y'all. And last up for the clothing is this pretty floral dress. It is a midi length, and it has side slits. It's from the 90s. It buttons down the front. This is the brand. It's called KDD. And the tag looks very much like Gunny Sacks, but I really like the back too. It's got this pretty tie waistband in the back, but the colors are so pretty. So I was very excited to find this. I think it'll do really well, and I think I can get about 50 for it. Okay, so also on this thrifting trip, I picked up some hard goods. The first up is a lid. That's right. It's just a lid, but it is a Pyrex lid. If you don't already know about selling Pyrex, Pyrex is highly collectible, and there are collectors that are always looking for one more bowl from that specific pattern, because a lot of times the bowls and baking dishes came in sets of 4, so there were 4 sizes, and then they nested, and the baking dishes had lids. So I have a collection of my own, and anytime that I find stray Pyrex lids, I buy them, because either I'm going to use them on pieces I'm reselling because they'll have a higher resale value if they have the lid included, or I keep them for myself for my collection. This one I'm keeping for myself, and it was only 99 cents. But definitely, if you're looking at hard goods, looking in that kitchenware section for Pyrex lids is a must. Next up on this shopping trip, I got this pretty little dish. I wasn't sure if I was going to sell it or not. I think I might end up selling it. But it is by the Japanese brand Stetson. So it is a mid-century dish. It still has the sticker here. But it's just a standard like little dish. It has little indented areas where you could really put candies and things. And it did have a stand, but the stand is not on here anymore. It was either taken off because it would have been screwed on with metal, because it doesn't look like it's broken. So someone probably just unscrewed it because they wanted to have this flat on a table, which is actually what I would have used it for, as just a dish on my table. And I kind of like it over there, and it's in my colors, so maybe I am going to keep it. I don't know. I go back and forth. I'll probably sell it. Then I found this really cool ice bucket. This ice bucket is by the West Virginia Glass Company, and it was from a barware set. So there's a martini shaker, and there are highball glasses, and then this is the ice bucket. So again, there are collectors who maybe love this pattern and are trying to find the matching pieces to it. And so I just thought I'd pick it up and save it. It probably will only sell for $15 to $20, but definitely a return on my $6 investment. And I'll be happy to see it go to a home with somebody who's been looking for their little ice bucket. Okay, and I think this is the last thing from this shopping trip. This is a 4-set glass by Anchor Hocking, and I don't know that this pattern actually has a name. A lot of resellers or dealers put Moulin Rouge or Paris. It does have Armades and Moulin Rouge. It has the Eiffel Tower. It has some other companies there. You see the Can girls dancing. Very cool. I do have a set that's similar to this called Gay Paris, and I love that set. And when I saw these, I immediately thought that's what it was, and then I grabbed them and saw that the pattern was different. So it is a set of 4 shot glasses, and so I am going to list these for sale. I'm going to go ahead and sell them because I would rather find the ones I want to find, which are very similar but not the same. So those are going up for sale. Okay, so that's all I got from the thrift store. Now we're going to talk some estate sales. I'm going to show you some items I picked up for myself and to resell. They're going to be all hard goods, so no clothing in this. So if you're a clothing reseller and you're not interested in hard goods, you're welcome to tap out now, but I highly recommend that you maybe consider watching, because a lot of times we're in thrift stores or we're at estate sales picking clothing to resell, and you might see something that's lightweight and fits into your aesthetic that would look great in your eBay store or your Poshmark closet to resell and pick it up. But a couple of notes first. I am wearing my Christmas earring and brooch set. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, y'all, but you know your girl is a big vintage Christmas lover. I picked up this set last year and I'm so excited to finally be wearing it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've already put out a reel where my aluminum Christmas tree is up. It's not decorated yet, but it is already out. So that's exciting. And I do have some beautiful new additions to my vintage Christmas tree I want to share with you. My friend Heroin Bob over at Bob Buys, she had mentioned to me that she'd been to an estate sale and she found some vintage Christmas ornaments. And if you didn't watch my Merry Kitschmas series last year, then you probably don't know how obsessed with Christmas I am, but specifically vintage Christmas decorations. And she found these stunning mercury glass ornaments. They are, let's see, West German. See if you can see that. So they are made in West Germany. Before the Shiny Bright made it to America and started making glass ornaments, Germany is where the American market got their Christmas ornaments, their glass Christmas ornaments. So she sent me a bunch of them. I'm going to show you a few because I can't sit here and hold all of them. They are just so beautiful. These are the half moon ones that have the indentions in them. So they're hand painted, they're glittered. And a lot of times when you buy these mercury glass ornaments, they do have imperfections. They have scratches, sometimes they have crackling, but I love them even more. I feel like they give them character. So she sent me a set of these that I also posted a reel about on Instagram, and you can check that out. I think I put a short up too here on YouTube, but they are going on my Christmas tree. I just wanted to share with you how excited I was. Y'all, I ugly cried when I opened them. That's how crazy I am about vintage Christmas, and that was such a special gift for her to do. So thank you, Bob. Now, I did send her a gift that I picked up at a estate sale. It was a creamer and sugar set from Occupied Japan. If you know Bob or you don't know Bob, her channel will be linked below, but her grandparents met in Occupied Japan. So I sent her a little set, and at the same estate sale that I purchased the creamer and sugar set for Bob, I found this beauty, which again, I really bought it to resell, to be honest with you, but I kind of want to keep it. It is what they call peach lusterware. So that is the finish on this. And it comes with 6 of the little teacups. And obviously it's made for eggnog. So the cool thing about this is you will see on the bottom, it just has this flower, which you can see in the inside also. And then the base of the bowl also has that. It's in beautiful condition, and it's made by a company called Jeanette Glass Company. If you can find the Anchor Hocking version of the eggnog peach lusterware, it actually sells for a lot more, but I don't think it's as cute as this one. This one has really soft lettering. The Anchor Hocking one has more of like the old English style lettering. I think it's a little more masculine to me. It's just, I'm not drawn to it as much as I am this set, but this set just doesn't resell as much because it's not Anchor Hocking. Okay, then I hit an estate sale. I was really hoping to get these shiny bright vintage Christmas ornaments. I saw them on estatesales.net. If you don't know, that's the place to go and find estate sales in your area. Just hit up estatesales.net, and a lot of times these estate companies will put photos on the website so you know what's going to be there. Well, my mom and I got there early. We were at the beginning of the line. I think we were like 3rd in line. I was so excited. I was going to get these shiny bright ornaments. I ran straight to the Christmas stuff, and there was no shiny bright ornaments. This was a hoarder house, which I feel terrible because, you know, obviously that is an illness. The lady who owned it was there. And I think that she pulled some of the things back from the estate sale, like that were supposed to be sold. And I believe that those ornaments were some of the stuff that she took back. And I say that because she was outside taking things that were originally supposed to be in the sale. And they also had a pile outside the garage, and I heard a bunch of the men that were there to pick out some of the tools and guns, that a lot of that stuff had been pulled that were supposed to be in the sale. So that's the only reason I bring up that it's a hoarder house. But in saying that, hoarder houses are great because a lot of these people are collectors, and so you can find all kinds of things. So I went upstairs and I didn't get the shiny bright ornaments, but I saw a box on a bottom shelf and I snagged it because I knew exactly what it was. And this was the box. So again, if you didn't watch my Merry Kitschmas series last year, then you might not know that I have an aluminum Christmas tree from the 1950s. It's a pom-pom tree, and you can't put regular lights on them. You have to use these vintage color wheels, and I'll show you what it looks like. But I saw this box and it did say $25. Now, I wouldn't have paid $25 to resell this because they resell for $50 to $100 depending on the condition of the color wheel and if you have the original box. This one could sell close to $100, so maybe I would have paid $25, I don't know. But anyway, I wanted it for myself. I already have a color wheel, but I wanted a backup one. Mine kind of tilts sometimes, like, you know, just parts are worn out on it. It's old. So this is my new one, and it does come, it like has 4 colors on it. There's a little bit of warping from the heat, which happens on these color wheels. No big deal. But this is what the lamp looks like. It takes these huge bulbs that get super hot. Total fire hazard. I live with a firefighter, by the way. And I did test that it does work. Here's the cord. So I'm excited to get some use out of this bad boy. And it does have a motor. See, the motor is right there. The motor is what turns the color wheel, and then it spins. all these cool colors. If you watch my Merry Kitschmas series this year, you'll get to see what the color wheel looks like in action. Now, there was a lot of cool stuff at this estate sale I would have liked to get, but the guy who does these estate sales, he's expensive. So that was $25. This was $25. This is a chip and dip set. It is called Blendo. And the reason why it's called Blendo is because of this. This is the sort of frosted look, and it was very popular in the 50s. So that mid-century modern era, especially the pattern with the starburst. This one has a little wear to the gold, but a lot of times you find these chip and dip sets, you'll just find the bowls. You no longer find the attachment that goes with it. So it was super filthy dirty. It still is a little dirty, but I cleaned it. I'll probably have to clean it again. He wanted $25 for it. I knew that I was going to end up keeping this for myself, and it was something I saw in the pictures I wanted. They had some Pyrex and things there, but they were some of the patterns I don't collect, and because he was so expensive, the only things I picked up at this estate sale were the Blendo. And by the way, this is made by Anchor Hawking. I do love it. Like I said, it has a little bit of wear to the gold and everything, but I knew I was going to give it more life at my house. I'm going to use it for my parties I like to throw, and I was happy to grab it. And I forgot to show you all this at the thrift store. I did get this really pretty handkerchief too. I am not going to resell this, I don't think. I had thought about it. It's vintage. The brand is called Tress Up, and it says of New Orleans, which I live an hour from New Orleans, but I love the pattern on it. Y'all, I'm really thinking about repurposing this into a collar. I like to wear these big oversized collars, and I want to start making some. So I thought about trying to use this handkerchief and make me a collar. So I might do that. All right, last estate sale I went to was this past weekend, and let me show you what I grabbed at the couple of estate sales we went to. These estate sales we went on the last day, so everything was half off, but there was hardly anything left. I mean, honestly, if you're going to an estate sale, it's better to go the first day and be one of the first people in line to get the things that you want, because a lot of times on day 2, or if they have a day 3, on day 3, there's not a lot left. There are going to be pickers there who get there the first day and get the good stuff. So I'm not saying don't go on the other days, because like I said, you can get half off deals, and I did get some good pieces. But if there's something you really want, you need to go day 1. So I used to do a series on this channel about vinyl. I am a big collector of vinyl. My husband and I have a vinyl collection, somewhere over 600 records, and I found these 2 records. They are Miss Doris Day, and I found this one first. I love this. It is love songs. This album's called Love Him. And then I found this one. My mom came in and I was like, ooh, I found Doris Day. So she starts singing Que Sera Sera. And then I found this one, which actually has Que Sera Sera on it. So the beautiful Miss Doris Day was happy to find these records, and I think they were like $2 each. This I don't know why I bought this, but it was like $1. I guess I thought my kids would think it was cool. I had one of these in high school. I'm gonna try to go real slow. I don't want you to hear what it is. Okay, so can you guess what it is? It's a rain stick. So I used to have a really big one that I think I got at Disney World on my senior trip, but this is, they're usually a stick. They usually put nails or something in them all along. That's what's on here. And then they put seeds or rice or beans in the inside, and it's supposed to mimic the sound of rain. This one does have a sticker on it that says made in Chile, but it was $1, so I grabbed it for my kids. I thought they might think it's neat. I honestly don't know if there's any resale value on those, but if they don't want them, then I can always gift it to somebody. It would make a very interesting gift. Then I found this super cool wrapping paper. I love wrapping packages. I am totally one of those resellers that has fancy packaging. I get little business cards printed that say, thank you, you made my day. And I like to package. And I think that goes back to wrapping gifts. I love to wrap gifts. Christmas time, my friends and family will all tell you they know my gifts. They stand out from everybody else's. And so when I saw this vintage strawberry wrapping paper, I was sold. Here's the label. I think it's called Faroy Papers. It's Houston, Texas, and actually it's signed. So I'm gonna have to look it up and do some research, but this is for me and I paid $1 for it, so I was excited. And the last item my mom found for $2. And if you don't know, I'm a collector of American pottery. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this or keep it yet. It's not really in my colors, but I do have another one that looks just like this. I mean, the same color and speckling. And this is Hager. So you can tell American pottery because they usually say USA or they say California. And this one still has the Hager sticker on it. So I thought that was really cool. And it was only $1. So my mom's like, is that worth it? I'm like, sure, because even if I sell it, I could probably sell it for 15. If I sell it as a set, then I could sell it for more. And then if you get the Hager planners or other American pottery planners, the different styles of them would, you know, the value goes up, but this one's just a plain green one, so it won't resell for as much, but for $1, definitely had to grab it. So that's all for my hauls today. I hope that you enjoyed this. It's a little different because it's definitely a mixed bag. I have been picking up a lot of different things. I also haven't been sourcing as many clothing because I still have a death pile I'm working through. So yeah, there's that. Next up, I should have a what sold video for you to talk about what sold in the month of October for me over the $40 mark. So look out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll want to stick around and watch more. See you guys next time. Bye, y'all.